Hey guys, Mark from Gunpla Network here again. Thanks very much for joining us for another video. This is another tool review, proudly sponsored by Banzai Hobby. Those wonderful people have sent me another one to review. This was actually in the last shipment that came with the RG Johnny Ridden Zaku and the pin vise. I didn't know this one was coming. We didn't request it or anything, but great find. I didn't know this existed. I've been looking for a magnifying glass with a light in it for like the last year or so, just locally, and I hadn't seen anything. But this Mr. Hobby lamp magnifying glass, I guess it's called Mr. Lupe, if I'm pronouncing that right on the box. Looks great. I just had a quick play around with it, and it looks like it's going to be really helpful. So, without any further ado, we will get into the review. So, the box obviously is very long. It was very hard. I'm sitting back a little further than usual from my photo booth for the review because it was really hard. So as you can see down here, it's got a couple of images about it. If you flip onto the back, some more product information saying it's a 130mm wide lens. It's 318mm tall, and the base is 148mm wide by 140mm deep. So there's an LED on-off switch on the side. It obviously has a flexible pivot point here, like a spring that you can move back and forth. Just some suggestions for how you could work with it. Obviously you would work from behind the magnifying glass with your parts in front of it. Just a little part there showing what you get in the box and how to assemble, which was really easy. So here we go. It comes with what I could only describe as a very pimp velvet feeling silky cover for the glass, which is good for storage because you wouldn't want it to get too dirty. So as you can see, the base, it's about 3 or 4 pieces there. So that base, that adapter, and the magnifying glass itself, which you can actually take. It does get in there to release, pull forward. So as you can see there, goes back and forth, just the base. We'll click it back in place. There is actually just 2 batteries in the compartment here, which unclicks, but you don't get those with the box, so just 2 AA batteries. All right, let's take the cover off. Now, as you can see, it is literally just a giant magnifying glass. You can turn on the light on the side, and that will then light it forward. So, what kind of things could you use this for? Well, for myself, I know probably a few things. When you're first assembling the kit, tiny pieces on HGs and SDs work like in front, either on sanding and nipping to make sure you get the smoothest possible finish. Or a couple other things which I'll show you now. Decals I was going to do, but I don't really have the time tonight, sorry guys. But what we could look at is this. Now, give me a sec to see if I can. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but like when I move this forward and look at this, right guys, that is a lot closer in for me than yeah, if I was, let's see if I can get a. So you can actually then, that's a piece I painted earlier on a Wing Gundam. I've got some tidy up to do because the enamel paint that I put in the holes has gone out on the outside for excess. Same as if I was to grab my gun from the Buster rifle from the Wing Gundam here. Bringing that forward, it allows me to see closer up, so I can see where I've gone wrong with the paint and well, actually, I don't know if you guys can see that, but for me, when I actually move this further away from the glass, the image becomes bigger. So if the further you hold it from the glass, the bigger the image is. But even just about there, that's actually a lot bigger than what I could normally see. So yeah, decal work, this would be good because a lot of high grade or real grade decals are extremely tiny, particularly the marking sheets. which are really really hard to see. So that would be good. What I'm going to do now is attempt to do a little tidy up demonstration. Just getting some enamel thinner on a Q-tip, cleaning off the excess, because if you use too much, you will either remove all of the paint, which is not what you want, or corrupt the part and it will disintegrate. Okay, I'll take that off the skewer. And I gotta say, guys, this is actually working really well. It's slightly awkward having to hold it so far in front of me because of the camera view, but this is working fantastically. And that is much tidier than it was before. So, huge. That is exactly what I was hoping for. I won't do the Buster rifle now because it's pretty much the same demonstration. So, the Mr. Lupe magnifying glass from Mr. Hobby. Yeah, it's awesome. I'll be really looking forward to using this on my next complete build. And same with the nippers. I might give an update in another month or so once I've had a chance to use it and let you know. This is definitely a 10 out of 10. I now rate this as one of my most needed tools when building. It will have a position just over to the side here on my my hobby building bench. So yeah, great for magnifying the little paint descriptions too, as I'm just testing out over here. So we'll put the link to the item in the description. Thanks everyone for watching. Pick this up, like the Wave parts separator. There's a lot of good tools that Banzai is selling that I think are actually must-haves for the hobby. If you're first starting out, maybe not, but if you've been building for 8 months to a year, you probably want to get a little bit more in depth and try and make your builds a lot cleaner, and this would be a tool to help you do that. Thanks everyone for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.